More than 100,000 people in the Serbian capital, Belgrade, have turned out for what's expected to be the country's biggest ever anti-government protest. The mass rally comes after more than 4 months of student-led protests. They started after a newly built roof of a train station collapsed, killing 15 people in the city of Novi Sad. Many in Serbia blame the tragedy on rampant government corruption, negligence, and disrespect of construction safety regulations. Protesters are calling for the populist President Aleksandar Vucic to resign after 13 years in power. Let's find out what some of the protesters said about what motivated them to take to the streets.
I'd like to see a change, a regime change, but that is, as the English would say, a long shot, and it's difficult to achieve. But today we will demonstrate our dissent, to show how many people will be there, to show what we're striving for a normal state, a state of law, without corruption, lying, media pressure, persecution, expulsion, unjust sentencing, and so on. We're hoping for the best. What will happen? No one knows.
We've gathered in the streets primarily to express the discontent we've built up over the years of dictatorship, anarchy, and corruption. And I hope that this gathering will remain above all peaceful and dignified.
Let's bring in DW reporter Olivera Zivkovic, who is in Serbia's capital, Belgrade, and joins us with the latest. Olivera, what can you tell us about the situation at that demonstration right now?
Well, Mariana, as you said, tens of thousands of people have been flooding the streets of Belgrade today. We've been seeing people since early in the morning, even if the rally started later in the afternoon. So really all people from all over Serbia, young and old, entire families came to Belgrade today to protest against the government corruption. And it really feels like everyone is here. We're seeing tractors, farmers with tractors, bikers, family, professors, artists, everyone is here, and they have been protesting peacefully so far. We've only heard minor incidents this morning. A couple of people have been arrested, but there really have not been any major incidents so far. So people are it's a very celebratory atmosphere. People are cheering and hugging and singing. And as I said, there are no major incidents so far.
Well, even as you describe it as a celebratory atmosphere, we do know that these demonstrations have been growing. They've been student-led these past 4 months. And now, as you've told us, whole families are taking part. And there's growing pressure on President Vucic. How is he reacting to all of this?
President's rhetoric has been very inflammatory in the past couple of weeks. He has been warning of violent clashes between basically his supporters and students and other people who are supporting students here in Belgrade. He has warned that all of those who try to enter government buildings, especially the national parliament, which is right here in front of us, will be arrested. Students have distanced themselves from any violent incidents. They have not called for violent entering of government buildings, and have said that anyone who tries to do so is not a part of the student and the citizen movement. Now, police has also blocked a major bridge here in Belgrade in an effort to deter protesters from coming in front of the national parliament. And also the public transportation has been canceled today. Students and citizens who are protesting have said that it's an act of sabotage by the government in an attempt to deter people, as many people as they can, from coming here to the protest. But so far, it seems like those efforts have been largely unsuccessful. People are really, the people that we've been speaking here today, definitely said that they want to see President Vucic to step down. They want major systemic changes in the country. And first and foremost, they want justice and accountability for those people who have lost their lives in the tragedy in Novi Sad.
That was DW's Olivera Zivkovic from Serbia's capital, Belgrade. Olivera, thank you for your reporting. We really appreciate it. DW correspondent Idro Seferi is in Serbia's capital, Belgrade, following developments on the ground there. Idro, good to see you. So what have you been seeing at this demonstration?
Well, officially, the protest has came to an end. At least the students who called for it They declared that now it's the end after 7 o'clock in the evening, after they have organized 15 minutes of silence to mourn and pay respect to those who died in the fall of the canopy in the railway in Novi Sad 5 months ago. But still people are not leaving at their homes from the streets, and they are not going away. So they are arriving from the square in Slavia and getting back in the plateau in front of the Serbian parliament. A few incidents have been occurred during the late hours, as some stones were thrown from the camp of students who call themselves Students 2.0, and mostly they support the government, and they are also camping near the presidency. And other incidents also during the 15 minutes of silence, some panic was created, and we don't know when actually people will leave the streets and things will go back to normality in the city.
Well, Idro, as you've been speaking, we were seeing pictures of the enormous number of people who have come out to express their anger at the government, anger at President Vucic. How has he been reacting to all of this?
Well, officially, we have numbers from the Ministry of Interior, which said that 107,000 people have been in all the spots in the capital of Serbia during this all hours. But of course, the protesters and the media say if police says that, it has to be much more people. So President Alexander Vucic did not react. As you can see here, people also come when they see media and cameras to show their anger with the institutions in Serbia. And before President Vucic was announcing all the time that possible incidents can be happening, and also he said that everyone who takes part in this kind of cases will be arrested and proceeded.
That was DW's Idro Seferi in Serbia's capital, Belgrade. Idro, thanks so much for your reporting.
Thank you.